name is Tim Black.
Okay, do you have any involvement with IU or Indiana Wesleyan University?
I'm a housekeeper. Also was a student twice over.
Okay, so let's go into a little bit of what is your experience in housekeeping?
Um, I've been a housekeeper here the last 6 years. Yeah, I'm going on 6 years, full time. I worked part time for the university for the first the first 6 years I worked part time, and I also taught in the Marion schools. So I was a specials teacher. So I did grounds work at that time for the university.
Okay. Well, studies have shown that people around the college community need to realize the cleanliness and work of housekeeping in general. So, how do you feel about working behind the scenes with working night shifts?
Sometimes it doesn't suit me well because I'm a sanguine kind of person, which means I'm a talkative person. I have to have human touch. I need to speak to folks, so sometimes it bums me out. But most of the time, it allows me to focus on my work, so I can get more work done. So it's effective, quite effective, and I only have to clean things once at night. See, I don't have to clean over and over and over again, so that suits me well. And I get to be in God's Word at night, so it just draws me closer to Christ each night, which is a big bonus. That's the biggest bonus, actually.
You also mentioned earlier that serving God itself is a very good thing for you. Can you describe how well that is and fits into your job here at Indiana Wesleyan?
Christ came to seek and to save the lost, but he also said if we are to be first in his kingdom, that we would be the marginalized in our society would be first in his, because he said the first would be last and the last would be first. He also said if we were going to be first in his kingdom, we must be the servant of all. And Jesus set that example, obviously, by being the servant of all and giving his life as a sacrifice. So it's just a reminder, I guess, if we look at Christ, we're reminded of that as we do our work. Hey, he came to be a servant. I'm cleaning these toilets in his name, so here am I, send me, Lord, to pull this trash out of this gook and clean this toilet tonight. Vacuum for hours, whatever you need me to do. But yeah, it's a lesson.
All right. Is there any buildings or areas that you are always in, all the time, whether that's the student center or just another building? What buildings do you actually put work into?
Right now, my job is to clean the student center at night. So I come in middle of the evening and I go home at 5:30 in the morning. So I'm here all night, essentially. So this is my building I've been assigned to. Now, if somebody's off at OT, I would be filling in for them, or if one of our guys is off at the rec, I would be doing the rec. So those are the night shift positions. But when COVID struck, I was doing COVID cleaning in all the buildings. Essentially, I was spraying buildings for COVID. So I've been in all the buildings. At a certain point, I've cleaned all the buildings too at a time or two.
All right. Is there anything else that you think that people should be more aware of during your job, or something that you would like to have? You mentioned that it's hard for you to work alone because you're a sociable person, and sometimes not having anybody sort of put you in a deeper position to sort of work harder. But you also mentioned that you're cleaning toilets in God's name, which is that's a really bold statement, and I really like that. But is it sometimes that you wish that other people would notice what you do here in the community?
I don't know if I really care necessarily. I guess I'm at a point in my life. I'm in my 50s now. It's about not caring so much what people think. It's what do you think, God? Are you pleased with my life? Are you pleased with what I'm doing? guess at a certain point you're just wanting to please God with your life. And I had a job where I heard I was wonderful all the time. I was on a stage all the time in front of people, and yet I was carrying a lot of sin in my heart and in my head. So yeah, I guess it didn't give me time to really stop and think, because I was doing 380 school assemblies a year. So I was constantly traveling, constantly meeting people, constantly talking to people and performing in front of people. And I was just like, I don't know. I just was empty after a while. And so this job's allowed me to empty. God said to do some cleaning out. So as I'm cleaning out trash, he's cleaning me out. So he's cleaning me up. He's growing me. He's teaching me to be okay with just being a simple clean it guy, where I wouldn't have been a few years ago. I wouldn't have been okay with that. So
Well, thank you so much for sitting down with me and discussing what you do here at Indiana Wesleyan.